Good morning, good morning. We got Algebra 1, Unit 3, Lesson 7. Let's take a look at the homework and make our answer key. Today we're talking about mean and median and the effects. So here's the thing, when you're younger you learn that, the mean is the average. You add those numbers up, you count by how many you got, and you divide by how many you got. So here 27 and 33, that completes and makes 60, plus another 30 makes 90. And if we divide that by 1, 2, 3, we get the mean, we get the average. 90 divided by 3 is 30. So the average here, if this was somebody's test scores, quiz scores, this is that they'd have a 30, and that seems to make sense. Now, they put these in numerical order here. That is to help you with finding the median, because the median is where you go lowest to highest, find the one or the two that are in the middle there, and our median would be 30. So when you were younger, this is actually a review skill to find the middle value. But of course, when finding the middle value, they have to be in numerical order. So if these were jumbled up in a mixed up order, you'd have to reorder them to find the middle one. Again, when you're younger, this is just like you learn about these in algebra. What we care is that you learn that these are measures of where the center is. The average is one way to measure where the center of your data is, and the median is another way. However, outliers affect one of these more than the other. And we did a visual in class where I had you take like sticky notes and stuff like that, and everybody who was 14 put their sticky notes, in one little column, and then those who were 15 put their sticky notes in the next column. And in some classes we had a 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old in some of the classes, but then all the way down here, way down here, way down there is Mr. G at 45. And that one outlier, it doesn't change necessarily where the middle value is, where the median is, but that one outlier will affect the average. Let's see that with this. The average for these 1, 2, 3, 4 would be 400 divided by 4, and that would be, the average would be 100 when you do that, but it's not. There's a fifth one that's being added in here, and because we're adding in nothing, it doesn't change the top number, but it adds in one more that we're dividing this bottom part by. And when we do 400 divided by 5, we get 80 instead. It's not 100. So the middle value, the middle, if we're to use the average, the mean, by measuring our middle, it really gets affected and brought down by that. Can you imagine if you had these test scores and then your teacher put in a 0? You might have even had that happen to you. Maybe it was even an accident. You're like, oh my God, my grade dropped from a 100 to an 80. And that's because the average is really affected by this. And it's one of those things where it's like not every teacher is a math teacher and really knows how see, this is why, like in grading, there's a whole movement to be like, hey, don't give kids zeros when they don't do their work. At the end of the quarter and stuff, convert things to 50s so that way it doesn't have an outweighed effect on it. If we were to do that, well, now we'd be doing 450 divided by the 5, and we get something that's a little more equitable based on what the student, if this was a student who had gotten 4 100s, but then for some reason, just didn't turn something in and everything. It's like, should they be punished so much? Anyway, that's like a little side rant here. But the median is the middle value. So if we go lowest is 0, highest 100, lowest 100, highest 100, middle number 100. So the median, in that case, doesn't move if there's 4 or 5 of them here. That outlier of 0 doesn't affect that number. So that's a different measure of the middle. Okay, and then down here, 3, 5, 7, 15. Now, so 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 15, oh my gosh, we get 30, and that 30 is getting divided by 4 equal parts. So that's like 30 cut in half is 15, 15 cut in half again is 7.5. So 7.5 would be the average here. And when we look at this going lowest, highest, middle, there's 2 numbers in the middle. We want to find the halfway point between 5 and 7. That would be 6 is the median. 6 is the middle value. Okay, so there we go. All right, so in this whole scheme of things, I was hoping that you would do numbers 1 through 5, and then hopefully 8 and 9. We'll see here. So all right, 7 people estimated how many marbles there were in a jar. Determine the mean and the median. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are in numerical order. That means I can go highest, lowest, lowest, highest, lowest, highest, middle. 27 is the middle, the median. Now average here, gotta add them up. All right, so we've got 7 of these, so 17 plus 21 plus 27 plus 27 plus 24. That was not in numerical order. I got to redo that. 27 is not the middle. Okay, 24 plus 26 plus 30. Okay, anyway, so we got 172. 172 is getting divided by the 7 numbers that we have, divided by 7, and we get 24.5. 24.57, that would round to a 6. 24.6 is our average. Now these, all right, so that 24 should really be here. So it should go 17, 21, 24, 27, 27. There's a 26 right here, 26 and a 30. All right, so if I go lowest, highest, lowest, highest, lowest, highest, oh, that 26 actually is the number that's in the middle. I had originally said 27, but it's actually 26 when you put them in numerical order. Okay. Here's a dot plot. If you add 4 and 9 to the data set, which stat would change? Okay, so because 4 is 2 units this way and 9, okay, so 4, if we added that, 4 would be 2 units below. If we added an 8, nothing would change, but because we're adding a 9, all right, oh, that's not a point. Because we're adding a 9, that is a little bit further, oh, that's dead, a little bit further away than that point is. So here's the thing, if we were to go lowest, highest, lowest, highest, lowest, highest, lowest, you know, the median would still be the same, you know, when we're adding those two on as what the median would be. But because we're going a little bit higher here, a little unbalanced, that mean would get a little higher, a little larger. Okay. Okay, create dot plots that match the description below. A median of 3. Okay, so I want the middle number to be 3, so I'm gonna just stack a few numbers there. And a mean that is greater than the median. Honestly, if I just put 1 point anywhere on this side, it's gonna pull the average a little bit higher than this. So I'll put it way over there. Now you could have done something, if I did something that is balanced, like this, you know, the more points I start adding here that are not a 3, the more I'd have to double check lowest, highest, lowest, highest, lowest, highest. Yeah, the middle number will still be a 3 here with something that looks like that. Okay, let's move on. Bell-shaped with a median of 6. Now that's nice because they told us that the middle value had to be a 6. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to stack some points here, and then I'm going to just kind of like make a pyramid shape here, you know. There you go. That's balanced right there at 6. Done. Now on the back, I wanted you to do 8 and 9 because this is part of our learning target. Remove one value to change the mean, but not the median. Well, let's see, where would the median be? Highest, lowest, highest, 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 highest. Let's see, or highest, lowest. And then we're gonna have these 3 cancel out with that 3. 3 is the median right now. 3 is the median, so I don't want that value to change. But I do want to change the average. Well, here's actually like a little tricky thing here, is that you see how these points up here are further away from this? That means they're pulling the average further up. So if I don't want to change this middle number, but I do want to change the average, if I put another point right there, the median will still stay locked at 3. The middle value will still stay locked at 3, because then I'll have 2 values in the middle, and you know, it'll still be there. But the it'll pull the average that was getting pulled by these, it'll pull it a little bit closer to the middle. So yeah, it didn't tell us to make the average go further from the middle. It just make the mean be a little different. Remove one value that would change the median, but not the mean. Okay. This one's like an interesting one to think about. So let's look at where the middle is. So I've got 4 here. If I cancel out those 4 with 1, 2, 3, 4, then now my middle is here. 3 is my middle. Oh, that's the same stupid set of points. Okay. So I want to change that. So here's the thing. Let's find out, well, what is the average? I've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 points. I got 15 points. What's the value of all of them added up? So let's see, 0 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24. So that's 24 down there. Plus 10, that'd be 34, plus 2, okay, so 34 plus a 9, plus a 9, plus an 8, boom. Okay, 60. 60, oh, that's nice. 60 divided by 15 is 4. So our average, look at that, our average is 4. So remove a value that would change the median, but not the mean. Right now, so, oh, it said remove, By the way, so with this, let's see, remove a value, remove one value to change the, I'm gonna skip. Anyway, this one says remove a value that would change the median but not the mean. That's an interesting one. Well, I think if I removed a 0, we would still be adding these up and dividing, all right, dividing by that, but let's see, I kind of feel like if we were to remove the 0 here, that might change things. That's an interesting one, to change 1 point. Oh, no. If we remove the 3, the median would still end up being here between 2 and 3. But then the average would be different. So my answer for this one is remove the 3. My answer for this one is remove the 0, because then we're dividing, the average is not going to change. We're going to do, let's see, yeah, 60, but now we're going to be dividing it by 14. So would the average change? Yeah, the average would change, so it can't be 0. Can't be 0. This one's an interesting one. So I have a feeling that because the average is 4, if we removed one of the 4s, so let's see, we would have 56 divided by 14. Let's see if that still gives us 56 divided by 14. That still gives us an average of 4. That's still 4. The mean stays the same, but the median is going to change if we remove that one, because then when we get to the middle, the median is going to be between two of these points here, and it would be somewhere, so it'd be 2.5. Anyway, all right. Hey, folks, those are some challenging problems. Learning target for today was definitely this front side. All right, take care, folks. Bye.